Hi, I'm Dave. I've been riding bicycles to work for about 40 years now, and I've learned a few things over the years I'd like to share with people. There's a fundamental trade-off between comfort and safety versus speed. So I have my fleet of 3 commuter bikes here, and I'll start with the slowest and most comfortable and safest bike. This is a mountain bike that I've converted for commuting. So because it's a mountain bike, it has a front suspension. Every mountain bike has a front suspension. But the more comfortable mountain bikes also have a rear suspension. So this has front and rear suspension. The rear suspension is important because on every bike, your seat is right over your rear wheel, so the rear wheel makes a big difference. The modifications I made of this mountain bike to make it a commuter bike is I have street tires on it. They're still pretty wide and soft for a comfortable ride, and I have fenders. It's hard to modify a bike for commuting, a dual suspension mountain bike for commuting. I had to add some custom struts here to this. And I have a steel basket here, so I don't have to wear my backpack. And I have tools in here. Bell. Anyway, this is a beast though. It weighs 48 pounds. And so on my 20-mile commute, when I take this bike, my average speed is only 11 miles an hour. I like this bike especially at night because you can hit a pothole at night and then there's no risk of falling because of that. It also has disc brakes, which work really well even when they're wet. So we're engaging this disc down here instead of the calipers on most bikes that pinch the rim itself. So this is better for wet weather and the very good stopping power. So I'm very comfortable going down steep descents with this bike. And all my bikes have mirrors. The mirror, in my opinion, is more important than the helmet because it actually can prevent an accident. This is my favorite mirror, and only this bike accommodates it because this is a Miracle bicycle mirror and only fits on this type of handlebar. So it just plugs in here. So it gives you very little vibration and good field of view. So that's the heaviest bike and the slowest bike. Next is my Surly long-haul trucker. This is a touring bike, racks that are very heavy duty. These are cantilever brakes. They're on most touring bikes because they allow a lot of room for wide tires and fenders. And it's a steel frame. And because it's got the drop handlebars, you're a little bit more hunched down, a little bit more aerodynamic. This bike has bar end shifters, which are very robust, good for long trips where you can't make a lot of repairs. You just rely on friction. So a lot of touring bikes have these. The problem with these is you can't have a bar end mirror. So I had this mirror, which is a flexible aluminum mirror that you attach here. It's the only mirror that I found worked well on this bike. It's got a nice curvature on the mirror, very wide angle view, but there's some vibration because of this long arm here. So this bike is a little bit lighter. It weighs in at 44 pounds instead of 48 pounds, and it's a little bit faster. So on my 20-mile commute, my average speed with ups and downs is 12 miles an hour compared to 11 miles an hour. The third bike that I commute with is a road bike. This isn't a very high-end one. It is a road bike, though. All these bikes cost on the neighborhood of $1,000. So a real road racing bike would probably be $4,000 today. But this is about a $1,000 bike. It's got a steel frame. It's got carbon fiber forks. This bike is the easiest to shift. It's got these brake lever shifters. So you just basically flick that and it shifts gears. And that frees up the bar end. So this particular bike, I can use a bar end mirror. And this is the one I chose here. And it's designed for this type of handlebar. and it's pretty light. With the mirror and the computer and the cell phone mount and the tools, it weighs in at 25 pounds. This bike is considerably faster than the other two bikes. So my average speed on this bike on a 20-mile ride is 15 miles an hour. So it's about 20% faster. It's noticeably faster, but it's a little bit more uncomfortable. You're bent down more, and the ride is, because the tires are skinny and high pressure, it's a little bit harsher. So you feel the bumps when you go over it. I wouldn't want to use this one at night, but it is faster. That's it. So the choice is really up to you. It's a trade-off between comfort and speed. Hope you enjoyed the video.